Hey there, this is Diana Lambert of Online Virtual Office Solutions and the Trucking Virtual Assistant. Are you wondering what a trucking virtual assistant is and how we can help your companies in the areas of safety and compliance? Well, I'm going to give you a brief overview of areas that we can help and show you just what we do in the safety specific areas of your trucking company. Every trucking company, whether it is a one person owner operator or a fleet of trucks in a small or large trucking company, requires a DOT number and is regulated by the FMCSA rules and regulations. They are subject to safety and compliance. Vehicles such as passenger vehicles, straight trucks, combination vehicles, and dump trucks, or even company who hauls hazmat, is required by the DOT under these certain regulations. So the first site you want to familiarize yourself with is the federal motor carriers. The FMCSA website gives you the information on rules and regulations that allow you to be able to find the information that you're looking for. Sometimes it's difficult though to really understand the regulations as it pertains to your specific company. So drivers, vehicles, hazmat, company, or just regulatory compliance, you can find this information here. Let me give you an example of how we can help. Say you want to hire a driver and you need to find out the regulations for a driver. So you click onto the regulations, and this goes through and tells you all the regulations that are considered under the driver regulations. Typically, when you're hiring a new driver, you need to know what the qualifications are for your drivers. So here you have your general qualifications, you have your background and character. For example, here's your application for employment regulation. Now, the one thing that we do is we can actually take and create the application, and we can send it over to you to be able to for you to customize it to your company specifically. We can help you with the background checks or the pre-employment. Now, the FMCSA does have a new what they call the PSP, which is designed to help motor carriers assess individual drivers in safety violation histories and crash histories as an emphasis for pre-employment hiring. Now, you don't want to use this specifically one program to determine your hiring qualifications. However, this is a very good tool to be able to do that with. So as far as your driver goes, we can help in every aspect of your driver qualification file. We can help with your pre-employment. So here what we've done is I've created a pre-employment checklist, and you go through and you have your follow-up to all your employers. Basically, this is for if you were to get an audit and do your 3 years history for your new employees. This will actually give you the information showing the DOT that you have made every effort to contact that driver's previous employment. This also is a good place because it's got your hire date, driver's license number, medical card, the drug testing results received. You don't put the drug test results on here. So in this case, this will help you keep a better track of your previous employment checklist for a potential new hire. Another thing too is we also have created hours of service policy, DVIR policy. If you have a driver, if you don't have a policy currently in place, I would suggest getting one, and we have one here which allows you to keep track of your driver's hours of service. You want to do best practices is to audit your driver's logs every month. So you can keep a review of what your drivers are doing as far as their hours of service, which also helps in the area of roadside inspections. If you have a 2290, we can assist you with the submission or the filling out of your 2290. We can send you a reminder when it's due. If you've received a roadside inspection and you want to dispute that roadside inspection, we can help you with that. What we do is we do a confidentiality statement that we don't share any of your information with a third party or with anybody else other than the person listed on the initial contract. You sign up for a username and a password. You send us the backup for your the data queues safety dispute, and we will take care of the rest of it, follow throughs and all that kind of stuff. The CSA has also implemented what they call an early intervention with DOT audits, and this is what a early intervention shows. What this does is they send you a letter that shows you which area you need to be that you need to improve upon. That you're listed at an unacceptable level. Now, the one thing you can look at is this level right here for this specific company has an 87% level, and they are at an alert. Okay, they exceed the intervention threshold. So you want to keep track of this every month. You want to verify your inspections with the inspections that are listed in your measurement profile, and you can click on that. And within this, it actually gives you a detailed area of your company: carrier registration, operation, cargo. Make sure everything's correct. Here's the score for the unsafe driving. You scroll down a little further. As you can see, there's no serious violations to display here. Then you continue down, it gives you inspections with violations and a graph. And now we're over to the substance abuse part of it, and it's an 87%. Fatigue driving violations, this is where your hours of service come into play. And your inspection reports is right here. So if you find that you have a similar problem amongst your drivers, you have multiple drivers that don't retain a 7-day log, or your driver's record of duty status isn't current, you can work with that, and by providing the best practice and auditing your logs, the drivers will start going, okay, I need to make sure that this is current, and it will start improving this. And the DOT now will give you the capability to improve this score right here that you have on your safety measurement system score. Another thing too is by looking at your specific states, the motor carriers for specific states have information that can be best utilized as far as the state regulations. If you're just an intrastate carrier and you're not an interstate carrier, that state there's specific regulations you fall under that state. So we can provide you the resources to pull your state regulations and compared to the federal regulations. Most states have a motor carrier safety unit or motor carrier association, which are very helpful in giving information, have specific outside links, and then give you external links. We also can help you do weight and size permits if necessary, help you with the information needed for the new entrant program. For if you're just new getting a DOT number, we can help you get everything together for your safety audit for your new entrants, because within the first year or year and a half, you will have an audit with the DOT to make sure that you have everything in order to be able to carry that DOT number. So then we also can help you do the MCS 150. Now, the MCS 150 is updated on a biennial basis. We can set out reminders for your MCS 150. The best way to do it and the least time constraint is to do it with an online registration. However, with the document, you can actually print out the document, and it has instructions. And then you go through and make sure that everything that you're filling out applies to you. If you have any changes before your 2-year update, say you only have one truck listed on your MCS and it's not quite 2 years later and you've added 3 more trucks, that amount of trucks and drivers actually will help on your SMS score, because your scores are based on a percentage rate compared to the amount of drivers and the amount of equipment. So you might find that if you have a little higher score and you update your current information, that score might actually drop some because of the percentage weight and the way that things are graded. So we have the MCS 150, the driver qualification information, the pre-employment process, the 2290, the driver application process. If you do driver training or monthly safety meetings, we have the capability to be able to create PowerPoints to be able to help you go through your drivers to make sure that they know all the proper procedures when it comes to backing. We have accident procedures. If you want to do a company-wide PowerPoint, this is a PowerPoint that I created for a client for explaining the effects of the roadside inspection and how it affects the drivers and the companies themselves. This is one I've created for another client where it is how the drivers can help with this, with their roadside inspections, their hours of service, how CSA impacts the drivers. So if you're looking at this one, basically you're looking at drivers pulled over for an inoperative lamp or broken lamp. The violation severity weight would be a 6 and the driver would be responsible. And what this does is it opens it up for a more comprehensive inspection. Now, roadside inspections stay with the company for up to 24 months. And roadside inspections, if you were to receive a violation for drivers, stay on your record for up to 36 months. And when you go back into the PSP and somebody pulls a PSP record, for 36 months, those roadside inspections are going to affect your score as the driver. So this way, when they pull up serious safety violation history, those roadside inspections and out of service violations are going to be on yours as a driver, as well as the company. So I hope that this has helped you, give you an idea of how the virtual trucking assistants can help you in the areas of safety and compliance. You can find us at www.thetruckingva.com, and I hope this information you can best utilize, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future.